You right, Ben?
I'm good, thank you.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you a few questions about horror films here.
Okay.
I'm going to read some out, and at the end I want to say which ones you've seen. I mean, you don't have to say all the ones you've seen, but just say which ones you've seen and why, if you enjoyed them and why, okay?
Okay.
So, The Exorcist, The Shining, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Saw franchise, Halloween, Evil Dead, Alien, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Psycho, the Conjuring, Paranormal Activity franchise, Hellraiser, Silence of the Lambs, The Hills Have Eyes, Silent Hill, or Children of the Corn.
I've seen 5 of those.
Okay, well, which ones?
I've seen the Saws.
Yeah, did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed the first one, but however I thought that they started to lose the plot and more about gore rather than a good storyline.
Why did you, so did you enjoy Saw 1 because of the
Storyline.
strong
I thought it was a very good twist at the end as well.
Okay. And which other films have you seen?
I've also seen The Conjuring, which I really enjoyed. Very tense and thrilling.
Mm.
Yeah. I've seen Alien. It's quite old, not really my things, but it was good. I've also seen Hellraiser, which I thought was quite a disappointment.
Why didn't you enjoy Hellraiser?
I just thought it was a bit cheap. I mean, I know it's a bit in the past now, but it's just
Oh, okay.
not really my style.
Which other films that I didn't read out have you seen which you really enjoyed?
I've seen other films, but I won't say I enjoyed them.
Okay, oh, okay. Anyway, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say you enjoy horror films? And what's the reason behind that?
Probably 7, because I think they're really thrilling and really get you engaged in the film, but I find they can be quite cheap and just boring.
You think if they're done right, then they're good?
Yeah.
You think it takes something to make them good?
Yeah, if they're cheaply done and really poorly done, they're just not worth my time.
Would you say they're one of those films you have to be in a specific mood to watch, or do you think they're good for all round?
I think they're good for all around, to be fair. I mean, yeah, you kind of have to be in the mood for sometimes, but I think they can just really make your day better.
Okay. What is your favourite type of horror film, like the subgenre of horror film, like for example slasher, supernatural, or thriller?
I'd probably go for thriller because it's a lot more engaging, and I just find it's got a better storyline. I think that's what it's more about rather than just gore.
Are you a fan of gore in horror films, or does it kind of put you off the film?
If it's really badly done, then it puts me off. But if it's quite realistic, then yeah.
Okay. Why do you like watching horror films?
I just think I really enjoy it, and it just really keeps me on the edge of my seat all the time. It really engages me.
Yeah. Do you enjoy that feeling? Of
Yeah.
being on the edge of your seat?
Yeah. and then yeah, and it just makes me jump. A few films which I like. Kind of.
What makes a good horror movie opening for you? You know, what makes it hooking and
I think something big needs to happen in the beginning and makes you lead
so
to a lot of
like
questions.
for example, someone got killed at the start.
Yeah, you want to find out why they got killed and maybe who did it.
Okay. If there was a new horror movie coming out, what type of movies would you like it to take its influence from?
Probably the Saw franchise, because I thought the first one was fantastic and it really just engaged me so much, and I just couldn't think of a better film to base it on, to be fair.
Okay. Is there anything that you dislike about certain horror films? You know, you mentioned the low budget
Yeah,
ones. And
the low budget, they sometimes could be just too silly and it's not.
if it's not done well enough, it's almost quite funny.
Yeah, you can laugh at it rather than be scared of it.
Is there any advice you would give us on what to feature in our horror film opening?
I think for your opening, I think there needs to be a big question that everyone wants to find out the answer to. I also think there should be something big happening, so maybe a death or something, but don't make it too silly, because if you make it too silly, it just looks wacky and stupid.
So I want to ask you a few questions on horror films. Yeah. So I'm going to read out a list of horror films, you know, really famous ones, and I want you to say at the end whether you've seen them and whether you enjoyed them or not. Okay.
Yeah.
The Exorcist, The Shining, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Saw franchise, Halloween, Evil Dead, Alien, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Psycho, The Conjuring, Paranormal Activity franchise, Hellraiser, The Silence of the Lambs, The Hills Have Eyes, Silent Hill, or Children of the Corn.
I've seen The Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Saw franchise, Halloween, Evil Dead, Alien, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Conjuring, Paranormal Activity, The Hills of Eyes, and Silent Hill.
So, did you like the Exorcist?
Yeah, I saw the older version, so
Okay.
the effects were a bit more old-fashioned and not like the new fancy whizzy CGI effects that you have nowadays. But
Okay. What do you
it's
think?
good still.
What do you think of a Nightmare on Elm Street?
I think it was good, although storyline's not really to my fancy because of the whole dream thing. It kind of it's a scary thing. So yeah, it had an emotional effect on me.
Did you like Alien? The film?
I thought it was quite boring because I didn't like the kind of horror style they used, as I prefer more jumpy, like paranormal stuff, which really scares me. But yeah.
Which one of the Saw franchise have you seen, and did you enjoy them all?
I have no idea, but they all seem the same, apart from the first one. And then like that had a bit of story, and then the other ones just seemed to like just do anything.
Okay, so did you enjoy the Saw franchise overall?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, why was that?
Because I like the gore.
You liked the gore.
I like it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say you enjoy horror films, and what's the reason behind this?
I'd say an 8 because I quite enjoy scaring myself, and yeah.
Okay. What is your favourite type of horror films? For example, slasher, supernatural, thriller.
I get more scared by paranormal stuff, but then I prefer gory stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I like that as well.
that's good for you then.
Why do you like watching horror films?
No, I don't really know. I mean, like, I like getting scared a bit, and it's a bit more different.
That's fine. Keep on filming. We'll edit it.
Yeah.
Jump out. Right, why do you like watching horror films?
I don't really know. I think they're quite funny.
No, right,
Yeah,
okay.
wait, let me go on myself.
How are horror films funny?
No, I don't know.
Why do you like watching horror films?
Because I find the gory bit quite funny, and if there's even a bad horror film, it can be more classed as a comedy. So yeah.
Okay. What do you expect from a quality horror movie opening?
I expect some tension and a bit of what's going on, and yeah.
Okay. If there was a new horror movie coming out, what types of movies would you like it to take its influence from?
I like.
If there was a new horror movie coming out,
I got a
this
fucking
bit
dick
we
in-
need
God's
colour.
sake,
Yeah.
isn't there?
No, I fucking got shit in my mouth.
If
Come in my mouth.
if there was a new horror movie coming out, what type of movies would you like it to take its influence from?
Well, I guess I like to take like the gory stuff from kind of Saw, and then I don't really know like the scariness from like the paranormal ones like Conjuring and Annabelle is quite.
Okay. Is there anything that you dislike about certain horror films?
I dislike the kind of the franchises like Saw, how many they did, because I find it kind of ruins it, and like Silent
It
Hill.
ruins the reputation. Yeah.
Like you can only do so many in Silent Hill now. It's like I don't really like it, and compared to the first one, which was quite good.